Number 5. The Empire State Building Free Fall, 1945. So back in 1945, on a thick, foggy Saturday, a U.S. Army bomber crashed straight into the 79th floor of the Empire State Buildings in New York. Because GPS didn't exist at that time. And visibility was really terrible, because of the extreme fog. Inside the building, a lift operator named Betty Lou Oliver was just doing her job. Until the elevator cables suddenly snapped. Now imagine a person falling from 79th floor, with 1945 level security. But by some miracle, the lift fell 75 floors, and slowed down at the 4th floor, and she survived. Apparently, air pressure built up beneath the falling elevator. Basically, physics said, not today. When an elevator falls, air pressure builds up beneath the cab, since the shaft is mostly sealed. This pressure acts as a natural air cushion, reducing the impact. Additionally, the tangled mass of cables at the bottom helped absorb the shock. In total, all of this formed a pressure cushion that slowed the descent just enough to save her life. When rescuers reached the scene, they found a pile of twisted metal and debris, but Betty Lou was alive, with a broken pelvis, back, and neck, yet conscious. She recovered fully in just a few months. Incredibly, she returned to work at the Empire State Building later that same year. Her 75-floor plunge remains the Guinness World Record for the longest survived elevator free fall in history. If I were her, I'd never touch a lift again. I would climb those 102 floors every single day. Number 4. The New York Express Elevator Accident, 2011. It was a normal Wednesday morning in Manhattan. People in suits, coffee cups, everyone's busy. But in one office building on Madison Avenue, a woman named Suzanne Hart steps into the elevator. Like she's done 1,000 times before. Along with 2 other people. She presses ground floor. The doors start to close. But before they even seal shut, the elevator shoots straight up. In a snap, she was caught between the floor and the rising elevator, crushing her instantly. The 2 other passengers inside were trapped for hours before being rescued. It wasn't a slow malfunction, it happened in a split second. The elevator basically turned into a rocket, with a death wish. Later, they found out the maintenance crew had bypassed the safety switches and forgot to turn them back on. Basically, the elevator got the message. Go whenever you feel like it. And well, it took its chance. After this incident, New York overhauled its elevator laws, adding strict safety codes and mandatory maintenance checks. So, next time your lift feels slow, just be glad it's not trying to launch you into the moon. Number 3. Willis Tower Elevator Plunge, 2018. It's 2018. 6 people step into an elevator in Willis Tower, Chicago, the world's second tallest building at the time. What could possibly go wrong? Button pressed. Ding. Everything seems normal. Then chaos breaks. The elevator plunges 84 floors, from the 95th down to the 11th floor. Inside, passengers are clinging to the rails, hearts in their throats. It's terrifying, like being on a ride designed by gravity itself. But here's the twist: everyone survived. How? Modern elevators are packed with redundant safety systems, multiple cables, emergency brakes, and shock-absorbing mechanisms. The fall wasn't a free fall, unlike Betty Lou Oliver's 75-floor drop. The elevator stopped safely at the 11th floor, rather than crashing all the way to the ground. Passengers were shaken, but unharmed, minor bruises at most. Emergency responders checked everything, and the building confirmed the safety mechanisms worked exactly as intended. The elevator was taken out of service, and the building reviewed all cables and safety protocols. So yes, modern elevators can fail, but modern engineering, plus physics, plus a little luck, can make even an 84-floor drop survivable. But not every time luck is by your side. In China, a simple maintenance mistake turned a routine repair into instant horror. The China Mall lift accident, 2019. Somewhere in Zhejiang, China, a technician was doing his usual shift, repairing a mall elevator. Nothing fancy, just another Tuesday with bolts and buttons. But then, the elevator decided it had plans of its own. Without warning, it suddenly powered on and started moving upward at full speed, while the guy was still inside the shaft. Before anyone could react, he was pulled up and crushed against the upper part of the shaft. The whole thing was caught on CCTV, horrifying, but a brutal reminder of how fast things can go wrong. What went wrong? Turns out, when you're working with elevators, the first rule is always cut the power. Just one forgotten step, one missed switch, and the whole system came alive. Literally. He hadn't. One small oversight, and the elevator literally lifted him to death. Because sometimes taking your job to the next level shouldn't be that literal. Number 1. The Mumbai Construction Lift Tragedy, 2023. It's September 2023. A skyscraper in Thane, near Mumbai, stands half-built, workers moving up and down in a temporary service lift. 40 floors of concrete, dust, and deadlines. But that afternoon, something went horribly wrong. The lift, carrying 7 workers, was coming down from the 40th floor, when suddenly, the safety latch gave way, and in an instant, the elevator plunged all the way to the ground. No brakes, no warning, just a 40-floor free fall. Remember, in the Empire State Building fall, the elevator was inside a sealed shaft, so air got trapped beneath it, forming a cushion that slowed the fall. But in the Mumbai construction lift, it was an open metal cage outside the building, not sealed at all, so air just escaped. No cushion, no slowdown, just gravity doing its worst. All 7 workers died on the spot. The cause? Weak safety clamps and overload. Basically, the lift was doing more work than it could handle. This wasn't a freak accident, it was negligence, a cheap safety latch, an overloaded platform, and 7 lives gone, because someone wanted to save time and money. After this, the authorities finally woke up, ordering nationwide inspections of construction lifts. So yeah, not all heroes wear capes. Some just file paperwork on time. Safety rules aren't boring. They're literally the only reason you get to clock out alive. So if you like this one, make sure to check my previous one. Peace out.